What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And I got some news concerning Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte. He had a lot to say in a recent interview, like he always does, obviously. But Dillian Whyte stated that he wouldn't be surprised as Jarrell Miller upset and beat Anthony Joshua. He stated because Anthony Joshua over the years has gotten a little gun shy. And if he can't keep him honest or he can't keep Jarrell Miller at bay, Jarrell Miller is going to come and rip those belts from Anthony Joshua. Okay. Now here's the thing that I want to add about that. I was thinking, okay, me looking at it and counterpunching, well, maybe he's just a little bitter, still a little sore about the negotiations and how things went, reasonably, you know what I mean? Because, the split and if he wins the rematch clauses and all that, I didn't agree with that whatsoever. So I can understand why he feels that way. But he did have this to say. He said, if Anthony Joshua, even if he loses the next 10 fights, he'll still fight him because he hasn't settled a score. And that makes a lot of sense because, that is his one loss. That's his only flaw and a scratch on his record. That's his thorn in the side. So I would see him wanting to get that back. You know what I mean? Just like Broner and Marcos Maidana, right? Too. I can see why he would want that fight. He didn't say that he would fight him right away. See, a lot of times when you hear a fighter, you got to pay attention to what they say and how they word things. Okay. Dillian Whyte said that he would fight him even if he lost 10 fights. Yeah, you fight him eventually. But you look at someone, if Joshua gets beat by Jarrell Miller, do you think Dillian Whyte's main objective would be to fight Anthony Joshua? No, because what it is, it can be misleading of what he said. He would try to go, especially a fighter like Dillian Whyte, he's climbing uphill. So if Anthony Joshua gets defeated, okay, well, Anthony Joshua obviously is falling from grace, right? So why would you chase a fighter that's falling down a hill and you're climbing up the hill? You know what I mean? I believe he would do that in time, okay? But I think he would want to do it for a huge amount of money. You know what I mean? So, or the lump sum amount of money, especially because if that happens to Joshua, Dillian Whyte's coming after Miller. You know what I mean? Off top. So Matchroom's first fighter fell. Now the second in command has to come in to see what he can do, to fill that void, you know what I mean? To avenge, or, to make his claim in the sport of boxing, to get his shot at the WBC. Well, not even the WBC, but all the other belts, if Jarrell Miller, does it. But that is what I think about, So, yeah, I think eventually he'll fight Anthony Joshua, but not right away. Now, if he lost 10 times or whatever, we get it. The point he's trying to make, he still wants a piece of Anthony Joshua. Win, lose, or draw, whatever Joshua does in his career doesn't matter. He still wants to fight him. You know what I mean? Because these guys have been in the ring twice together, right? So it's 1-1. And amateurly, Whyte, professionally, Joshua. Now they got to do it again some point down the line. And this shows that Dillian Whyte really wants that fight. But he wants it. The business had to be right. But besides that, if you put that to the side, he wanted some of Joshua. He called him out after he knocked out Chisora. That skinny, lanky piece of shit over there. Remember that? You think he didn't want to fight? He was looking for Joshua. He was looking for the fans. He was looking for that influence, that momentum for the fans to push him towards that fight or to make Anthony Joshua say, hey, yeah, I'll fight you. I'll fight you. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, the negotiations fell through, but Dillian Whyte still showing that he wants that smoke. Okay. So, a lot of people look at, the Joshua Wilder or the Joshua Fury or the Fury Wilder, where true rivalry is already been set with these two fighters. They just happen to be two British fighters, but they're two world fighters. Okay. And I got some crazy news to tell you guys here in a second. But anyway, let me wrap up this interview, this video. You guys tell me what you think about Dillian Whyte and his remarks. Would he still want a piece of Anthony Joshua, or is that just to say? You know, of course, let me know what you think. Please subscribe. You guys been counterpunched. Peace.